We've got 6 on the phone for me. All right. Meeting is called to order. I'll lead the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you, everyone. Aaron will lead a roll call to determine if we've got a quorum.
Alderperson Hoppenjohn. Tepley.
Here.
McCarthy. Here. Chambers.
Here.
Melby.
Here.
Downs.
Here.
Cairns.
Here.
All right, we've got a quorum.
Okay, was this meeting properly noticed?
Yes.
Okay, next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Should take a moment to review. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Mr. Chambers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Melby. Any discussion of the agenda? Okay, all in favor of approving tonight's agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Agenda is approved. Items for discussion and action. 1, the chair may entertain a motion to enter into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute section 19.851C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. The council will consider the appointment of a city treasurer. Is there a motion to go to closed session? Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of entering closed session, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We're in closed session. Okay. Okay. Next on the agenda, consider appointments to fill alderperson vacancies. Okay, now, they got some uniqueness going on here. There's 2 open seats. The one I'm concerned about tonight is the one in District 1 that Connie held. She can't continue. That seat is up for election in April. So anybody appointed to fill it is there through the April meeting. So it's a short-term situation. I'm interested in filling it because there will be at least one significant decision before this council before April. At least one. And we're sitting here right now, 6 older persons and a quorum is 5. I just want to be cautious that we don't have a problem here. So again, pretty similar to an appointment to a city officer position. The council has to confirm this. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. So what I'm looking for is somebody that will agree to fill the open seat in District 1 more or less for 3 meetings, unless there's a special session, because this would only go through Tuesday, April 2nd. And of course, that's the night of the election. Whoever the mayor is after that is going to reset committees. And there will potentially, I mean, there's not a candidate on the ballot for that seat. So are we talking about write-in possibilities here? Mm-hmm. And that's the way that already is, because there's already a ballot with nobody on it for that seat. So anything we do with the seat in District 1 is simply about, well, not even 90 days now, just a short-term appointment. We can do what we want to do. You can say no. There is an individual who would like to do this to help the city out and fill that seat from now through April, quote, and then see how it goes. And that individual is Mr. Ron Fruit. So at this point, I'll just leave it open. Is there a motion to appoint Ron Fruit to the open seat in District 1 on the City Council through the end of the term, which is at the April election?
I'll make the motion.
A motion from Mr. Chambers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Downs. Okay. Go ahead, Karen.
I knew that was fun.
I did.
So, Connie Hoppenjohn is not only a colleague, but she's also a friend.
Yeah.
I've known Connie. Connie and I are from the same part of southeast Wisconsin. Her son worked for me when I had a furniture company, and so we're friends as well. And I feel a little, I don't know what the word is exactly, but We haven't informed the public that she has resigned through, for health reasons. And I believe, since I've been on council, we've always put it out to the public to make it known, the situation, and asking for people to come forward. I just feel a little uneasy about about not going through that same process, to allow the public the opportunity to come forth, and if there are any other persons involved. Obviously, Ron Fruit is, great spokesperson for our community, always, and has been. So I'm certainly not saying anything to your choice, but I just think that not allowing the public.
It's not my choice, it's someone who said he would do it. He said he would
Well,
like
the
to do it.
choice this evening.
Mhm.
I just think it should be brought forth to the public and first of all, make the public aware that we have a resignation and not just go over that like it didn't happen. I just don't have a good feeling about that. And then second, to your point about making some important decisions for council, and then you're going to ask a brand new person to do so. I don't know. I don't know how that sits with me either, so.
And obviously, everybody here will vote how they think they should, and I understand. I get it, and that's why, you can do that. You guys don't have to appoint. It's unique. I don't know if this has ever happened. And that seat is up, that we're literally appointing somebody for 3 meetings. Yeah.
So, if I may ask that you make that announcement this evening and ask the public to step forward for the meeting on February 6th, and to come forward on that day, and then on that day we will move forward.
Well, at this point, we've got a motion and a second on
It
this.
would be a motion to postpone.
So we have a motion and a second on this, you would.
So it would be in order for Alderperson Tetley to make a motion to postpone the motion that's on the table.
Okay.
So
I would like to
postpone
make-
voting until after this February 6th meeting, or until the February 6th meeting.
So I would like to make that, I'm going to make that motion to postpone until the February 6th meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, so this is, just so I do this the right way, that overrides the first one.
Correct.
Okay, just so we just right. So now we have a motion to postpone appointing anyone to the open seat in District 1 until the meeting in February. Now I'm going to ask a question, and we have a second. I'm going to ask a question. If we do that, just so everybody knows this, can the person that gets appointed, if they're appointed, February 6th, can they participate in the February 6th meeting?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just so everybody knows what we're doing. Because in other words, doing it that way accomplishes the same thing because it's for the same 3 meetings. Okay, everybody got it? All right, any other discussion?
Yeah, we were all elected to represent our constituents. They sent us here to be their voice.
Mhm.
So therefore, I see no need to postpone till February 6th, because we have the power, we have the people's blessing, basically, to appoint this person. And if it's a mistake, if the constituents of the first district feel that's a mistake, then they would elect somebody else.
True.
In April, correct?
Yes, so as I said a minute ago to Karen, and that's why we'll vote. I mean, you don't,
So,
it's up to you guys.
so I oppose Alderman Tepley's motion. Sorry, Karen. I think that we have the power, we should do it tonight.
Mr. Wendell?
So just for the future, motions to postpone should be limited discussion, limited to the reason and the time for the postponement. Vote no. This is, that is voting your conscience.
Exactly, just when we vote here, if you don't like it, vote against it. Fair enough. Okay, all right.
So,
Then let-
just to clarify, it
Quick
doesn't,
question.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think if we wouldn't have, we'd still be in discussion, talking about what's going on before it would get postponed. I think that, whatever, I'm not gonna get into the weeds on that. However, like in the past, I think what we're trying to say is when there is a vacancy, the mayor, yourself, Todd,
Right.
You announce this to the public.
Correct.
This is what happened, this is what's going on, we have a vacancy, and we put it out to the public, and at bare minimum, you know, it's usually between a meeting before there's some candidates that
Yeah.
reach out to you or other older persons and show up. In this case, we just announced that Connie resigned
That's
tonight,
right.
correct?
That's right, yeah.
And so did Ron come to you, or did you go to Ron?
I was,
Mr. Mayor, just again, this is beyond the scope of debate for a motion to postpone.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to get in discussion before we even got this in there. You know, it's hard to, you know, like, I'm still in discussion for debate for the prior motion.
do you want me to answer
So
this?
if we can't answer it,
I-
that's fine, but it's,
So I was tasked with being the parliamentarian for the council. That is the parliamentary procedure at this point. Should the mayor choose to
So-
allow
so-
debate, that would be within his purview, but it would be outside of the accepted rules.
I don't know.
so the rules state if we postpone something, that essentially ends debate, we move on and vote. Is that what you're saying?
The motion to postpone may not be debated beyond when it is being postponed to and why it is being postponed.
If you could give me a copy of our council rules showing that, that'd be great. I don't have them handy, but I'd love to have that in front of me.
Sure.
Sorry I interrupted.
It's-
Go ahead, Todd.
I don't think it's directly in the rules, but it cites to Robert's Rules of Order, so I'll find you the section for that and provide that to you.
Do we use Robert's Rules of Order?
We
for our
do.
council rules? We do?
Yep. That I can find you real quick. But while I'm doing that, you should consider or continue voting on the motion to postpone.
Yeah,
so the other thing, if we postpone it, we don't postpone it, really doesn't change things.
doesn't sound like it.
So it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
So
And my
if we vote
intent,
to postpone, it's fine.
and my intent was simply to make you guys aware of who was interested to see if you wanted to do that. And if you're gonna, you're about a minute here, you're gonna decide if you do. Okay, so the motion is to postpone and, to the February 6th meeting and, filling the empty seat in District 1. So let's have a roll call vote, Mr. Joyce.
Alderperson Tepley? Motion to postpone is on the table.
Yes.
McCarthy?
Sorry.
Chambers?
Aye.
Melby? Downs?
Nay.
Cairns?
Aye.
Motion to postpone passes.
Okay, so, Madam Reporter, we have an open seat in District 1 that we'll be
Okay.
looking to appoint. It's short-lived. At this point, it's through the April 2nd meeting. And anyone who's interested, if you would report on WRCO, please. The next council meeting will be February 6th. Anyone who lives in that district and is interested, obviously can call me and tell me that, but in any event, should attend the meeting. Fair enough? Okay. Okay, but then I won't have, there's nothing to do with appointments to committees, commissions, we didn't change anything. Public comment, Rod Perry, do you have any comment?
If you would explain what happened with item 1. Everybody in the room knew it, but I don't think the video people know.
Yeah, at this point, there is still ongoing, there is no one being appointed to treasurer tonight because There is not a choice to appoint yet. We're still going through checking some people out and choosing who that will be.
All right, and we only have 6 people on the council?
We do, one of them has resigned with a health issue, and one of them has resigned, I guess I gotta answer this.
One of them has resigned.
There we go.
Another one has been.
Yes.
And that
So,
would be,
Melanie Wolf.
well, all right, it's gotta be
Yeah,
public.
correct. Okay, and
Thank
that's where we are on council seats. Still working on the treasurer. We will attempt, hope to fill the council seat in District 1, February 6th. And that's what we accomplished tonight. Okay, then at this point, is there a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
That's a motion, that's a second. All in favor, yeah, hold on, Joy.
So you're not gonna do anything with Melanie's seat tonight?
Not tonight,
Okay.
Not tonight.
Just gonna do Connie's?
correct, at this point.
Okay.
The same announcement would apply.
It'll happen. Do you want it announced that we're looking for somebody February 6th for that seat?
Not necessarily.
There.
Just
That's as far as we are right now.
So I can just report that she resigned,
Yeah, I guess you'll have to, because she did.
right? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to, because she did. Okay. We have motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor of adjourning tonight's meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, everyone. Tonight's meeting is adjourned.